How's it noisy? Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Do you guys mind if I do this in English? Okay. Yeah, well, you have a choice between Dutch and English, but my Dutch is not so good for presentations. I can really hear myself. Maybe I should just give me a second. Let me see. Okay, let's just disable this guy. Right. So, okay, yet again, welcome everyone. My name is Fanie Reynders. Today's talk I'm going to be a bit weird. It's a bit weird demo. There's no really slides or anything. It's like a whack demo about stuff. More specifically, it's going to be about Internet of Things in the cloud and bots. Who has ever heard of the Microsoft Bot Framework before? Not you. But it's a framework for building bots. You know, like chat bots, like Skype or Messenger or that kind of thing. So today I'm going to showing you a few demos, interesting demos that has to do with intelligence. I'm going to show you how I've done it with the code. So it's also still technical. The idea of this demo is not to sort of say you have to use the bot framework, you have to use Skype or whatever. The idea is here to sort of make you think a bit and say how you can actually put all these weird stuff together and build something, you know, great. You know, so it's a fun thing. You guys must please feel free to sort of hop in and correct me if I'm wrong. Quickly, a bit about my dear old self. I like ice cream. That's me about a year ago in Portugal. I have a website called Reynders.co. I like to blog there and do other stuff like vlog and stuff like that. And also on YouTube, you can find me. And I also like to do coding on GitHub. I'm a Microsoft MVP. I am involved with SDN and just started the Dutch.NET group. Please feel free to join us 18 October for our first session on Xamarin and ASP.NET Core. And the last icon is REST Code, which is the open source project of mine I've been doing for the past 3 years or something. So, okay, now enough about me. Let's get going. Oh, first, we have a cast every Thursday. It's a Dutch cast, so it's in Dutch. Please join us. It's live. It's broadcasted on YouTube, and it's about developers talking about news and events. And there's a demo or two normally in the mix. That's fun. You guys can join in. Okay, so this is what we're going to be building. Well, I'm going to be showing you today. I already pre-built this. 2 weeks ago, I've been jamming around and I've been, hey, how about we just plug in a SkyBot to the Raspberry Pi? That will be great, you know? So this is the whole architecture from a bird's eye view. So quickly explain to you what we have here. We have Skype, we've got Messenger, we've got Power BI, and we've got Bing. Then we have the cloud, Azure, where the magic happens. Then we have a Raspberry Pi, which is the device I have plugged in here. And then that's connected to the Philips Hue bridge, which is connected to the Philips Hue lamp. My lamp is not here. Where's my lamp? I need to plug my lamp in. See, where's my... There we go. This is a lamp. It's from Philips. I didn't make it myself, but it's quite cool. Pardon me. Just want to plug this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting it here. There we go. Everyone can see it, right? Yeah. So that's that lamp. The idea of the lamp is it can change colors and stuff like that. So, and we've got a webcam here, which is this guy here. Okay. So we're going to be, my demos will be based on this setup. I've got like 5 or something demos I want to show you guys. It's going to be fun. You know, I know it's late. It's almost beer o'clock, I think. So let's get started. Do this like this. Okay. Now, a bit about the tech I've been using. You know, Skype and Messenger is a little bit out of scope. I've been using the Microsoft Bot Framework. It's a place where you can actually hook up your APIs, and it can be connected to different channels like Skype and Messenger, but you can have more like Kik and there's email, there's Slack, there's loads of channels, and they're adding channels as they go, which is quite awesome. The idea of this is you can implement your API, your bot once, and you can deploy it to certain or to different channels. So I've been using the bot framework, the Microsoft Bot Builder on Azure using Web API 2. It uses the app service. There's also some streaming analytics in there, and I make use of the IoT hubs. On the other side of things, I wasn't really entirely sure if the cognitive services is part of Azure, but this is how I did the whole thing. Who has ever heard of Microsoft Cognitive Services before? It is great. You should use it. You should totally use it, because this is the brains behind everything in the world. In the world, really. Well, according to me right now, because this is awesome. So Microsoft Cognitive Services is a way to sort of, there are plenty of APIs for intelligence you can use. There's text analysis APIs, there are image analysis APIs, video analysis APIs. You can do plenty of stuff with cognitive services. And for now, there are a few preview APIs that are free, and there's also paid for stuff. Go and play around with Microsoft Cognitive Services. I kid you not, it will keep you busy the whole weekend. Look at me. So part of Cognitive Services is LUIS. It's a language understanding intelligence service. It's the idea of LUIS. It's a subset of cognitive services. The idea of LUIS is to determine intent. So you have a sentence, any sentence, natural language, because we speak natural. We want to be able to speak to bots in a natural manner, not like, please set light. Oh, forgot the semicolon, Natural language, any language that we want. That's the idea. It's 2016. We should be doing these things. Now, cognitive services, the LUIS part, helps you with that. So you set up your model, and when I go into the code and stuff, I'll definitely show you how it's done. So you set up your model, and you say, I want these intents, and then furthermore, it maps your sentence to the intent. So you'll get back an intent from LUIS that the guy actually tries to do, and then you can work out accordingly. There's text analytics, Bing search, which is quite self-explanatory, and there's computer vision. Ooh, spooky. Computer vision is cool. Then we have a Raspberry Pi 3 that's running Windows 10 IoT Core, the latest build, which broke, by the way, last night. And we have the Philips Hue API that we'll be using. I'm using a NuGet package for this RESTful client. So our first demo is titled, Let's Get Emotional. Let's get emotional. So what we're going to do in the first demo, I'm going to be trying to do, if my demo works. My demos never work, but we'll sort things out. This is Bob, all right? Bob, likes to talk to bots, and he's going to be talking to Facebook Messenger and say, in his own words, say, I would like to track emotions, you guys' emotions, okay? So in any terms, you can talk to it. I want you to blah, but the intent should be getting emotion. So natural language. This will entail go to my bot connector, and then which will go to my bot, which will go to over the IoT hubs. It will trigger the Raspberry Pi to start my webcam. Okay, that will be hopefully here somewhere. Now it's not a big crowd, which is cool. It can handle hundreds or so faces, I believe. Then it's going to take every 5 seconds. It's going to take a picture of you guys. And it's not going to publish it anywhere. Relax. It's only going to tweet it, but I'm joking. Then it's going to analyze each picture with the Vision API of Microsoft Cognitive Services, right? And then it's going to get back a emotion, or actually an emotion score of each of the faces it can realize. Then it's going to do two things. Number one, it's going to aggregate all the emotions as a general emotion. Right? So you smile because this is going to be I want smiley faces. So it's going to be translated into to Skype. It's going to go to Skype, right? On my Skype client, it's going to pop up. It's going to be translated to the emotions, and then it's going to go back to Bob. right? Via Skype. So just think about it for a second. You talk to Facebook, emoticons back. It's weird. It's a use case you will never use in your life, but it's fun building, trust me. And then each and every emotion we will also chart in Power BI in a live chart. So the idea of this is to sort of give myself the relaxation that my talk is going well. I can see on a big chart, hey, someone is happy, someone is sad, you know, in real time. Imagine the power. Imagine the power you can do with these things. Remember, the talk is about enabling you guys to think a bit differently about how we do stuff, you know? So let's see if we can do this demo. Let's see my mouse. First, what we need to do is we need to see where is, can I connect to my Raspberry Pi? Still not. I need to, my Raspberry Pi is not connecting. It's not showing up there. Okay, well, that's busy loading up. I wonder if I can run the application locally on my machine. It's the same thing. It's just not on the Raspberry Pi for now. I just want to waste time, but it does the same thing. But in essence, let me quickly show you the whole setup on. Well, I actually want to show you the demo first, really. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So what I have here, you guys can't see because I haven't played it yet. I can see. So this is obviously Visual Studio. There's my bot, and that's me. There is no camera here. The camera is connected to that. So let's connect the camera there. Actually, put it close by. Who can I use? Can I use one of you guys? Yeah. Let's see. First, I have to close it down again. Run it again. Still not picking up. Oh, you know what? Device manager. Yeah. Where is my cameras? Imaging. I'm going to disable this guy. For some reason, it takes the first one. Really? Disable. Seriously? Do I need to restart my computer? Really? Okay, it's disabled. Great, let's just try this again. Oh. Okay, it's yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I'm going to use my face. Yeah, we can do that as well. Let's just see, where's this guy? Yeah, let's connect it. Hopefully, we can get the Raspberry Pi working. Are there? So, open portal. So this is the device portal on the Raspberry Pi. Let me see, password. Oh, yeah. Administrator, he said I can't type today. Great, so you get something like this. This is like a sort of a web-based portal for the Raspberry Pi. So on my app here, I can launch apps from here. And this little guy is like a sort of a window into my Raspberry Pi eventually. Hopefully. Okay, while that's sort of trying its thing, what I'm going to do is I am going to run this on my machine with my face. So you have to sort of stare into my face. That's how it's going to be. So there it is. That's me. Hi, hello. So imagine this is now running on a Raspberry Pi somewhere. Okay, this is Skype. And I'm going to put Skype maybe there. Let's just see how this works. Maybe you can put it smaller. Okay. Like this. Maybe like this. Okay. Then we need a Messenger. Messenger there. I think I've got that right. No. Let's go to the Messenger link. Seriously? Ja, bijna. Kijken. Waarom wil hij... Even kijken. Heeft echt de hele tijd. Awesome. Facebook. Hello. Awesome bot. Here we go. Okay, just want to go straight. The reason I'm doing this is just to get to my app, because there's no way of actually starting a conversation with Messenger, my app. Let me say hi. Hopefully it's going to say hi back. Hello, Fanie Reynders. Okay, so that works. So where is my Messenger app now? Great. This is my awesome bot. Okay. So it said hello back, right? So now in natural language, I can tell it to track my emotion. Yeah. So I would like to analyze emotions, for example. Words. And then it's going to ask me, it will now use your webcam for emotion analysis. Is that okay? I'm going to send it to Skype, blah, blah, blah. This is just to show you can do like dialogues and stuff. I can type yes, I can type Y, anything positive that determines yes or no, I can tell it now. It can realize that. So I can say yes. Now, look what happens on the right-hand side. Busy tracking emotions. Now I'm sad for some reason. Now I am sad. And there's a sad face coming on my board. So let's be happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Now you'll see at some point there's a happy face coming on Skype. So let's act surprised. This is my surprise face. Come on. There we go. It's surprised. So this is quickly to show. Thanks. This is quickly to show how that works. So now I'm gonna leave it on. Maybe can I have someone maybe to sit here in front of the Gerald? He's my guinea pig, Gerald. Everyone. So yeah, they're both our faces now. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to. So it's still tracking the emotions, which is cool. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to Power BI, which is somewhere on my machine. Here we go. So Power BI, I just want to. Thanks. Who has worked with Power BI before? Power BI is a way to sort of quickly do dashboards and get stats and stuff like that from many sources. One of the stuff I've now hooked it on is streaming analytics from Azure. That pushes each emotion as JSON objects to my Power BI dashboard. So I should be able to have it here somewhere. Not picking it up. It's actually working. There it is out. So there's my data set. And what I want from my data set, first of all, I want a chart. I say, okay, I want all the emotions. I want it as a chart. Why? As a chart. I don't know. It doesn't want to work. My chart, I want the results. It's not working. That will do. I don't know why that's not working. There we go. For some reason, it's not really doing its thing. Okay, so now I'm going to save this. Where do I save this? Save. Call it foo. Great, now my report foo is saved. And I can now just to pin this somewhere. Pin this to live page on my new dashboard. Call it foo dash. Okay, now idea, my friend, is to do some emotions. Hopefully it will change. So now I need, there's happiness, there's sadness, there's no angry. Can you be angry?
That's right.
So let's first see if it's actually picking up the thing again. So let's see if you're angry now. Look at his face. Contempt. Now there should be anytime soon. There should be a contempt thingy coming up. Hopefully. Maybe it's not like refreshing properly. Did I miss that? Let's see. When? Ah, that's what I did. Went live. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Maybe if we. Something happened. Okay, it's supposed to be live. Yeah. Let's just imagine it was live and whatnot. But you can see the type of thing you can build with this. So this is now showing all my motions in real time. Doing stuff. So there's a few happiness and there's all that stuff it did. Let's see if the Raspberry Pi is working now. Connect. It's picking up. There we go. Now let's launch webcam just to show it works. If it doesn't work, I'm packing up and I'm going. Okay, so let's see. We are now wanting to go to there. So this little application is what my Raspberry Pi now is. It's like a sort of a remote desktop into my IoT device. So if I start my the application there, it starts. Hopefully it will go in. I had a problem with my power source. That's why it sort of keeps on exiting. Now let's try this again. So there is emotions. Well, you see it exits. It can't handle the load. Okay, but it works. You guys saw it open up and stuff. It's the same application and stuff. Yeah, there's a problem with it just exits for some reason. So that's demo number 1. You guys want to see how it's done? Not really? Or should I just go through all the demos and we can go back and see how it's done? how it's done. Okay, so what we have here is my screen still shared. Yeah? The I'm going to start at my application, my API, web API. Who is developers here? Who are developers? Mostly everyone. Okay, that's great. So you can read code, which is cool. The controllers, the bots basically need one controller that adheres to what it's accepting a activity, and this activity needs to be a message that contains some of these fields. I'm not going to go into detail, but it needs to sort of be a structured message, you know, that comes in. And what happens when it comes in? It will then checks if it's a real message, because you can send it images, you can send it pings, you can send it many things, commands, stuff. If it's a message, I check, does the message contain any attachments, right? So if attachments, which I'll get back into a sec, I'll just normally say, okay, send my my awesome Lewis dialog, which is Lewis, which we're into now. I want to open my Lewis dialog. My Lewis dialog is a normal class that has a few functions in it. Number one, there's a none, there's greet, there is start tracking emotion, there's stop tracking emotion. Okay. Now, Lewis is cool because if you open up the website, lewis.ai, you can set up your models there. And the cool thing is they've already have Bing's models set up. Stuff like set alarm, what's the weather like? All those models are pre-built already. So you don't have to go and set them up. It's already there. You can just use their API keys and stuff. So the awesome Lewis app here. And opening it up, you will see there's intents, there's entities and all that other stuff. But I want to focus on intent. So I've set up a few intents for my demos. The one is start tracking motion intent and stop tracking motion intent. So, and then you've got something like utterances, like examples and stuff. So it learns from that examples. So you can say, for instance, you can train your model now. You can say, for instance, I want you to track emotion, just for example. Automatically now, from its previous learning, this sentence, it's already been mapped intent. You type something like for maps to none, but you can change it. If you say for is actually a greeting, for instance, it now knows that is something in that nature. It's basically how you do it. And then when you're done, cool thing is, when you're done, you can go publish, create a RESTful service that you can basically just look in and query it yourself. But just query this guy, say, intents back, and then you have scores. Each intent is a score. So obviously it takes the biggest one because it maps it. And you can, with your mind, you can figure out which is the the biggest one and take that one and then go on. Now the bot builder has a bit more code into it that does that automatically for you. You just have to include your subscription ID and your application API key into your model, which I've done for security reasons and stuff like that. And because it's in GitHub, I'm not putting my keys in GitHub. It's hidden here, but actually it's loading it up in my my app settings. So you could do something like Lewis model and then passing the model ID and subscription key there. That's it. You could do that, but I'll wire it up a bit differently. Then what it does is it automatically, when this class gets instantiated and it gives a conversation, or a text is passed to it, it automatically maps that task or that text to intent. This is how I handle my intent, right? So I just execute this function. So start tracking emotion. Then I have something like prompt dialog.confirm, give the context. I will now use my webcam for analysis, blah, blah, blah. Is that okay? And then I give it a delegate to execute after the said yes or no. And this delegate is basically a function which we will, very important thing, we have state in the bot worlds because the message going back and forward has state. So you can say, I'm busy tracking emotion. So if you say track emotion again, it can say, yeah, I'm really busy. You don't have to trigger it twice. So you're just checking the state and stuff. I'm making a hub message, which is now just like a class JSON payload. I'm using Azure IoT hubs to send the message asynchronously. That command, start track, no pun intended, start dash track. And then I give back to my API and say, tell the connector to say busy tracking emotion changes. If it's already, if you don't want to track, you just say, okay, I don't want to track. Say, okay, are you sure? No. And then it says, okay. Now this message sent to Azure, it goes all the way to the Raspberry Pi, which is this guy here. I'm not going to open up the whole code basically, but it's going to eventually get here, and it's going to be going to. Let me just see. No. Is this one? Where it is now? Somewhere here. I've put it in. But yeah, the code is in GitHub. You can just check on my my name. You guys can feel free to run it there. Just want to see if I can find it. Start program, upload and preview. Emotion service client. This is from the bot framework. So I've installed the Cognitive Services SDK on my IoT device or my IoT app. And basically I instantiate it with a new key. And then with my image I took, save it to disk, and I pass my image to Cognitive Services. It will then analyze the result. Now, to give you an example what it does, it can go to Microsoft. Cognitive Services, for instance. I don't have time, actually need to hurry up. So the one I'm using is the motion one. Technically, this is the example. This is a photo, this is the payload you get back. And each photo here has this scores. So what you will be able to see in Power BI is all these figures. 8, yes. Yeah. 8 different type of emotions you can track. And it gets cool. You get video emotions in real time. You can get someone's video emotions. So just imagine you buy you build a Skybot that will be able to video call someone, and that video call the bot, and the bot can know exactly what your mood. Just imagine that. It's awesome, Okay, so let's quickly go to the next demo, because that's basically how this works. The whole Power BI thing, it's the same concept. It just uses the streaming analytics side of things. It's actually here. It's open here somewhere, don't I? Yeah. So I've got a hub called Fanie Hub. This is Azure, by the way. You guys know Azure? Yes. And then I've got a demo job. That's a streaming analytics job. It takes inputs and it does a query on it, and it gives outputs. My input, I've configured my input as a input from a device stream, which is the IoT hub. So everything that goes in that hub, it will capture. Then I have my query, which is, it's not SQL. It's I don't know what you call this. It's not R. It's something weird, but it's SQL-ish. SQL-ish. So it's a bit faded because it's running now at the stage, but it's literally saying select my motion count time from my output into my from my input, and group it and make a hopping window that's every like 300 milliseconds. Do things, push it out, right? And then you see here, and the output is basically Power BI. So you set it up as output Power BI, and then it's wired. You don't have to think about it. It's done. So that's in a nutshell how it works. Okay. So my next demo, I will be using the Philips Hue, and I will need my Raspberry Pi for that, but I'm not going to start the cam though. So what I will do, I will start this guy again. Once it's started up, I will just stop the image. It's exiting. I'm just going to use my PC. Next demo. You guys enjoying this? Okay, that's cool. Challenge accepted. So this is Bob again, setting the scene. So Bob now from Skype, he tries to now send an image. He wants to send an image to Skype. Then Skype's going to realize, okay, Skype's going to send the payload to the bot connector. Bot connector is going to send it to my API. My API is going to say, hey, I've got an image, right? It's going to give back a message back to Skype. Hey, you've sent me an image. Congratulations. Now it's going to do two things. It's going to, go over the whole internet. It's going to pick up my Raspberry Pi. So just imagine this is a big Raspberry Pi sitting on my table, and it's going to first before it goes there, it's going to go to the Vision API of Cognitive Services. And so I've got this picture. Give me some information on this. The Cognitive Services API of the Images API will now describe the image. What is inside the image? Is it the woman with the red dress or whatever? And it's going to give me a text back to Bob. I see a woman in a red dress, for instance. Additionally, it will trigger my Philips Hue to light the color of that dress, for instance, which is red. So we expect to see red here, and we expect to see the text back on the Skype. So shall we do that? Shall we try that? Maybe we need someone. I'm going to use you as an example of the green shirt. Can I? Yeah, that's cool. So what we'll do is, where's my Skype? No, it's connected. My lamp's connected to Philips Hue, which is on the same network. So that's the key. So what I'm going to do is I need to have this. It stopped. Okay, well, great. So this is still running, but I've just stopped the photo because it's not doing anything with the photo now. I've got the same application on my phone, the Skype bot. So what I'll do, I'll just open Skype on my screen also. Okay. Then I'm going to, once take a picture of your shirt. So see. Okay, so it should either blue or green should pick up. Send picture, use photo. Okay. This is the photo. Yeah, you've seen my picture. Let me take a look. Right? See a group of people sitting on a couch. Now I'll use my accent color of this image on the Philips Hue screen. Huh? How's that? That's cool, eh? So you can use any image, anything. You can actually do something different, like maybe make it blue. Yeah, let's make it blue. Why not? Let's take this. This photo. So you can also do like emoticons and stuff, and it's just normal text. I see a sign in front of a fridge, and I pick a different color. So it's yeah. I don't know why I picked that color. Maybe because of this. But works. You see, that's how it works. So let me run through the other demos quickly, and then we can quickly go back if there's time and show you. Like I said, you guys can see it on GitHub how it works. But it's quite self-explanatory, but it's fun. Now, a practical example of a bot is, customer experience. Customers don't really want to always talk to a robot. So they want to talk to a person. And building a bot is all about that personal experience. Building something that sort of thinks like a human being, talks like a human being. The idea of our bot is it can now realize sentiment. Any sentence. Bob is now calling a particular internet provider in Netherlands. Let's say who it is. He is very mad about something. Now, Philips Hue is still here, right? This is now, for instance, in our operations room. Right? We're playing tennis in our operations room, for instance. We're not in front of our computers, human beings. Our bot is manning the website, for instance. And it just happens to use Skype. And he says, I'm mad about this internet connection speed, blah, So then my bot will now say, hey, that's great to hear, or hey, I'm sorry to hear that, for instance. But then my Philips Hue light will go green or will go red. So the people play tennis, oh, I have to go. There's someone on the line, So let's see if this works. Okay. Should we try this from Skype? No, let's just try this from Messenger. The idea is you can use it from any channel you want. Right? So let's say, I don't know, give me an example, anything. Okay, let's start with positive first. Maybe just switch off the light. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with positive first. Give me an example of a sentence. No, no. This one is only English because the Bing, it uses the Bing, it uses the text analytics. I haven't set it up with any other language. I don't know if you can for this specific example, but you should be able to. I think when we check it out how it's done, maybe we can see. Give me an example. I have a very good line speed. It's my same bot though, so it's clever. Then it will reply with something hopefully soon. Click green. That's great to hear, and it's flashing now. Right, so this is something negative. I hate cake. No connection. Darn. See, red. So I'm sorry to hear that. So just imagine the possibilities yet again. So let's quickly see how that works. If you say something neutral, hopefully it won't. Yeah, say I see. So it's sort of neutral. So it works on a scoring system. If it's over, I've set this up. If it's over 0.7 score, positive, it's probably positive. If it's under 0.3, it's very negative. In between those two, it's neutral, And the cognitive services side of things is text analytics. I had a wonderful experience. The rooms were wonderful and the staff were helpful. So it's sort of highlighting the key phrases, and it's working out the sentiment of 98%. There's many examples. There's the JSON that gets back, so you can do stuff with the JSON. There's English native, Spanish, and Spanish. So Dutch isn't really supported right now, but I would say it will come in the near future. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, what you could do is you can use Bing Translate. Well, maybe it can change your message from positive to negative. So the idea is, there's building blocks. Imagine you have a bot that you can talk to, and it can figure out the people you're talking about is actually celebrities. You know, see their Twitter, get their Twitter stats. You know, get some information on that, and you can do that. You can absolutely do that with the search API. So you've got something like the academic and knowledge exploration APIs. We can do like experiences and structured data by natural language inputs. I really urge you guys to go and play around with cognitive services. It's out there, it's available. You should go and use it. You know, it makes development cool, but it also makes us awesome developers. When our customer sees, oh yeah, did you build this? You just say yes. When actually you're just wiring up APIs and stuff. Yeah, so that's basically what I did. I've used the sediment API. It gets back a sediment percentage, just like the emotions, and I handle it accordingly. And then I just send a image, like a color to my UBridge using the UBridge SDK, and then it works. Now for my last demo, okay, it's only 4 demos, I lied. Last demo, hopefully there's time left still. So you guys are already like signed up for SDN, hopefully, and hopefully one of you that's in my database is here. So what we'll do, I'll ask my bot who wins today. So I've got a prize, bottle of wine. One of these bottles of wine. A Chilean wine, nice. Who drinks wine, yeah. Everyone drinks wine, that's cool. So the winner, the bot will determine, not me, the bot will determine who gets that wine. So what it's going to do is I'm going to ask the bot, okay, who's the lucky one? That's also a way to ask. I'm going to go by the whole internet. I'm lying here, I'm not really going to SDN because it doesn't have an API, but just maybe it had an API, it could have just queried it. I just like querying our JSON file that I got from Marcel. Then, because I only have text, I'm going to make an attempt on Bing Images to maybe look for your profile picture on the line. So it's going to get interesting, maybe. And my bot's going to show me who's the winner. Okay, we're going to do that. So you ready? Who is the lucky one this afternoon? Pick someone. Jos Music. Is he here? Not yet. Let's pick, but you see how it works. Hopefully it looks like that. Who wins? Well, see, I'm going to try this until it wins. Not? Winner? I'm just going to get lazy now. Oh, still randomize. Winner. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you this bottle away. Erwin. He's home. But I think now you get the wine because he's home. Congratulations. Do you know him? Oh, then you can pass it on if you want to. Thanks. Yeah, so guys, that is what I have for you today. I want to thank you. I want to say go build cool stuff. And if you build something, let me know. I really want to see it. Because, I mean, it's 2016. You know, we shouldn't be combo boxes. You know, we should be building these kind of things, you know. So thank you very much, and go have a nice beer. Thanks.